Alright, now that we have covered all these different body parts like eyes and mouths and noses and hair and ears and all of that, now we come to the project where you're going to put together a character that you design. And there are some requirements to this, but there aren't a ton of requirements. Really, I want you to get involved in the development of a character that you put together and try to make them look the way that you want them to look. On Drive L, in the courses drive, you will find this handout, this number, it'll say number 4, character project. And I'm not connected to Drive L right now, but you will find this in the assignments folder in the Illustrator folder for session 15, the character project here. So I'm going to go ahead and double click this because I want to talk through the requirements. This is a 50-pointer. Alright, the main idea is, like I said, design a character using the tools in Adobe Illustrator CS6. Now here are the things that I'm really going to be looking for. Put some effort into it. I mean, it would be easy to make a character and do it in 5 minutes just by using some circles and a few lines and be done with it. But we've worked at it harder than that. So use what you know and put a little effort into it. And like I said here, use what you know and see what you can come up with. See if you can come up with more than what even you think you can do. Details are details make a big difference. It's just think through the things that you could put into this character to make it look better, and try to create something that's going to impress us a little bit, or even maybe a lot. You might even surprise yourself with what you come up with if you put a little time into this and some work into it. Now, here's a few notes for you. These characters don't have to be human. They can be, but you could do an animal, an alien. You could do a piece of food that's kind of personified. It's got eyes and nose, and I'll show you an example of that here in a minute. But that's up to you. They don't have to be human. You don't have to have every body part that we did in the previous class sessions. I mean, it'd be very possible to do some characters that don't have everything. That it's possible to do a character that doesn't have ears. That depends on what you're trying to make. Head only is good enough. All the other parts like arms, legs, torsos, hands, feet, those are optional. You can do them if you want to, but you certainly don't have to. You can use some of the things that you made in previous sessions to build this character if you want, or you could just start from scratch and build it from the very beginning, or you could kind of do a combination of both. Maybe you made some hair the other day. You think, oh, this is just really cool. I like this a lot. So you want to use the hair, but you're going to make a new head shape. That kind of thing is fine. So you can just copy and paste. You can open up a previous assignment that you did and pick the thing that you want. Maybe you made a set of eyes way back there on that very first day. So you pick the thing you really want, like the eyes, and copy those and then paste them onto your new artboard that you're working on, and then kind of build around those eyes if you want to. So that's a possibility for you. You can use things that you already made in class previously if that will help you. Alright, scoring on this really is not based on percentages or standards. This isn't something where I can really assign a bunch of points to a certain thing. This is a creative thing. It's an artistic thing. It's an exploratory thing. You got to put some effort into it, but there's no way to really say, oh, you got to have this, and this. Most of the scoring is based on judgment and just how your character comes across. If it looks like you really put some work into it and you put some effort into it and you got some detail in it, you put some thought into it, yeah, you're going to do fine on this assignment. But if it looks like you slapped together 2 round circles for eyes and a little slanted nose or something, don't give me the Bob's ice cream kind of thing. Alright, so work on it as best you can. Save on your network drive, and you can just call it My Character. And then when you're all finished with it, it goes on Drive L in your turn-in folder. Now I'm going to hop over to Illustrator and show you how some of mine turned out. And you got a peek at this if you were here the other day. You saw this, but this is one that I did, and you can kind of see, you can see where the things that we talked about in class are kind of what I included here. It's just use the pen tool to do the hair, and you can see the eyes are pretty much just made of circles that kind of lay on top of each other, and use that width tool to help make the eyebrows. And so this one's obviously human, and that's how this one turned out. All right, now here's another one. As I mentioned earlier, you could do food items. Well, here we have a pickle that is, has arms and feet, and when I talk about detail, it's little things like, look at the little shiny parts on the shoes. That's a very small thing, and all that is the paintbrush. It's just the paintbrush, just a little stroke with the paintbrush. But it's a detail that makes kind of a big difference. Here's another little detail that you could look at on this one. You see his eyes right here? Now it's got those little triangular slits. Those are just little triangles. Let me pull one over here. That's all that is. It's just, I think I used the pen tool to make it. They're just little white triangles that happen to be laying right on top of the black. And you got the white part of the eye, the black part of the eye, and then this little white triangle. And you've probably seen, cartoon characters that are drawn that way. It's called a specular highlight. And it just, again, that's a small detail, but it makes a difference. So I'll zoom back out on that. That's the pickle. I did an alien. I just enjoy doing this, so I did several. I did an alien. A lot of blob brush here. These hands and everything were just kind of done with the blob brush. And some Pathfinder going on here to unite the body with the arms and things like that. To unite the leg with the foot. That was a Pathfinder kind of deal. Just you got to think about the things that we've done and put it to work for you. And again, this is a perfectly good example of, how about a panda bear? I did a panda bear as well. And sometimes, what, I got a little inspiration by getting out on the internet, do a Google search for cartoon characters, and take a look at what people have made and what people have drawn. And sometimes you get an idea that just kind of sparks you and you get going. So try that if you're just really stuck and you think, I don't know even what to make this look like. Do a Google search and take a look at some of the things that are out there. All right. Now this is a 2-day thing. You're going to have a couple of days to work on this, because I do want you to put some effort into it. I do want you to think about things like detail and what you can come up with. I don't want it to turn into something that takes you weeks and weeks and weeks, but I would like for you to work on it and put a little thought and a little detail and a little effort into it to see what you can come up with. Take the ideas that we've worked on and put them to work. All right. The character project is here. It's session number 15 and 16 in Adobe Illustrator. Hey, time to kick it off. Off you go. Have at it.